We talk about landing on Mars like it is the natural next step for humanity, but Mars is not just far away. Mars is hostile in ways that can kill a crew long before they ever touch the ground. A human mission to Mars combines the biggest problems in deep space travel into one brutal test of survival: radiation, isolation, distance, reduced gravity, a hostile surface, and no immediate rescue if things go wrong. The first problem is the journey itself. Mars is not a quick trip. A crew would spend months in deep space with no fast rescue, no easy resupply, and long communication delays with Earth. That means if a critical system fails, the crew cannot just call home and get an instant answer. They would have to solve major problems largely on their own. Then there is radiation. Low Earth orbit still gets some protection from Earth's magnetic field. A Mars mission does not. On the way there, on the surface, and on the way back, astronauts would be exposed to deep space radiation for long periods. That means shielding has to be serious. But even if the crew survives the cruise, the most dangerous moment is still ahead: the landing. Mars has one of the worst atmospheres imaginable for landing a human mission. It is too thin to slow a heavy craft, but thick enough to create dangerous heating. Robotic landings are already difficult. Human landings are far harder, because now you are dealing with much heavier payloads, habitats, life support, and return vehicles. And that leads to the biggest truth most people miss. You do not send humans to Mars first and then hope to build a base after they arrive. Before the first crew lands, the essentials have to be waiting for them: power, a habitat, surface supplies, and most importantly, the return system. Because if your return vehicle is not ready before the crew lands, you are not running a mission. You are gambling with lives. Then comes oxygen and fuel. You cannot launch everything from Earth forever. A serious mission will need to make use of local resources. Breathing oxygen matters, but return fuel matters even more. If those systems aren't proven, the crew is putting their own way home at risk. Mars dust is another trap people underestimate. It is fine, invasive, and a threat to machinery, seals, and power systems. A Mars outpost will need proven dust mitigation, or the planet itself will slowly grind down the hardware keeping the crew alive. And there is another brutal reality. Abort options are terrible. On the Moon, Earth is relatively close. On Mars, there is no simple backup. If something major breaks during transit, the crew is stuck in a long emergency. The mission cannot depend on luck. It depends on preparation. So what has to be in place? A heavy payload landing system, a pre-positioned habitat, reliable surface power, oxygen production, and a return vehicle ready and waiting. That is the real lesson of Mars. Getting there is only the beginning. The challenge is landing without dying, living without resupply, and leaving again. The first humans on Mars will not just need a great rocket. They will need an entire survival system already waiting for them. Like and subscribe for more space stories.